My dear students, how are you? Hope you are all fine. Hope you are in a good state of mind and cheer because your exam is knocking at the door and you are busy in preparing yourself to do well, to excel in the upcoming board examinations. So, here we have taken a topic Nelson Mandela from your prose piece. As requested by a student Salini, we have taken this topic for discussion. She requested us to discuss about its short summary. So today we have taken Nelson Mandela, that part 1, that let's discuss the background of this story. Okay. Now these are the schematic points that we call mind mapping. We have to, or you have to, keep all these points in your mind so that you can easily write a short summary covering all these points. Let's discuss. First one is South Africa. South Africa is a country. It is in Africa continent. You know, Africa is the second largest continent in the world in respect of its population. Okay. So South Africa is a country and it is in southern hemisphere, and the climatic condition is just opposite to the northern hemisphere. When we experience hot summer, they experience cold winter. Okay. Anyway, we shall discuss. And for centuries, for a long period, so see, white people or the British, they ruled South Africa. Okay. So South Africa was under the Britishers. Oh, means ruled by the white. So what? So there was a heinous political system, a rude political system that prevailed in South Africa. What was that? So there were racial discriminations between black and white. And white was in power, and black South African black people were tortured, humiliated, and ill treated everywhere in every field. They had no right, no freedom. Their freedom was curtailed. Now you can imagine the condition that prevailed in India before independence. Okay. So that system is called apartheid. That apartheid system, political system, prevailed in South Africa during the British rule. Okay. Then to fight against the white administration, white ruling or the British ruling, African National Congress was formed, or constituted, was established in 1912 to struggle against the white, against the British. Okay. So after a long struggle, long fight against the white, against the British, South Africa became democratic and a non-racial country. Okay. And that election was held in 1994, and the result of the election was highly encouraging. You see, 252 seats were captured out of 400 seats by African National Congress. Okay. So African National Congress won the election with absolute majority. Okay. So the democratic election was first held in 1994 when South Africa became a democratic non-national nation. Okay. So who became the first black president? That Nelson Mandela became was sworn in the first black president in South African soil, not South Indian, South African soil. So he became the first black president of South Africa. Okay. So he took oath. He took oath on the 10th May or 10 May 1994. So what was the season? Autumn. That we have described. When so it was uh, 10th May 94, but 10th May 94, okay, but the season is autumn because it is in southern hemisphere. When we experience in India that when summer, hot summer, they experience cold winter. Okay, so it was a beautiful autumn, sunshine, shining morning, okay. And in a ceremonial function, in a colorful ceremonial inaugural function, Nelson Mandela was sworn in as the first black president of South Africa. So that inaugural ceremony was colorful, and know it, the delegates, the dignitaries, the personalities, high eminent persons from about 140 countries assembled there to witness the colorful celebration. And it was the highest congregation, it was the highest gathering in South African soil after independence. Okay. And it was the largest congregation in the South African soil when Nelson Mandela was sworn in as black president of South Africa. Then what happened? And there was a rainbow gathering, means there was no racial discrimination, irrespective of caste, creed, and color. People in a large number assembled there, gathered there, congregated there to witness that function. So, black, white, colored, or any caste, irrespective of caste, creed, color, people attended to witness the colorful celebration. Okay, and that celebration was held. That swearing in ceremony or the oath taking ceremony was held in the Union Buildings, Pretoria, which was under white supremacy, not white supremacy. I mean, white people, they were the supreme power. They occupied that seat, and South Africa was under their rule. So now they are driven out, and the Pretoria, that building is now occupied by a black president, Nelson Mandela. Okay, so there was a rainbow gathering, means the people, irrespective of caste, creed, color, assembled there, joined there, attend the meeting to witness the colorful function, the colorful celebration. Okay. Then Mandela was accompanied by his daughter Janani, okay, to that colorful inaugural function, okay, the oath taking ceremony or the swearing in ceremony. Okay. And Thabo Mbeki actually took oath as first deputy president. Okay, sorry, first, that is deputy president. The first deputy president, followed by Mr. D. Clark as second president. They took oath standing behind the podium. Okay, and in turn, Nelson Mandela took oath to dedicate his service, to sacrifice his service for the welfare of the nation, and took oath as first black president of a democratic non-national government. Nelson Mandela became first black president of South Africa, and he appealed the nation. He disseminated the message to the nation. Now we are free. We can build our nation with our strength and power, with strength and willpower. That was a strong message that he ventilated to the South African people. Okay, and it was a colorful congregation, a beautiful congregation that was means ever remembered in South African soil. That is all about the background of Nelson Mandela, how he took oath as first black president of South Africa as a democratic and a non-racial government. Okay, so South Africa became independent on 10 May 1994. Okay, so this is just about the background of our short summary. In our next episode, we shall discuss the part 2 about the challenges and his messages and his dedications, and he is actually plans and programs to make his country prosperous and shining and outstanding in the whole world. So he wanted to show light of South Africa to the world. That we shall discuss in our next episode. So stay tuned to watch our next video. Thank you so much.